Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Bertemu kita pada hari ini di dalam webinar Komuniti Siri 3, Anjuran Jabatan Pengurusan Tanah dan Unit Jaringan Industri dan Masyarakat Fakulti Pertanian. Terima kasih diucapkan kepada semua para hadirin yang sudi bersama kami pada hari ini. Terlebih dahulu, marilah kita bersama-sama memanjatkan kesyukuran kehadrat Ilahi dengan membaca surah Al-Fatihah. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Alhamdulillah, selamat menjalani ibadah puasa diucapkan kepada semua yang berpuasa. Semoga kita semua dikurniakan kesihatan yang baik dan dilindungi dari segala kesulitan. Bersama-sama kita pada pagi ini adalah Profesor Dr. Susilawati binti Kasim, pensyarah di Jabatan Pengurusan Tanah Fakulti Pertanian UPM. Selamat datang Dr. Susila. Untuk makluman para hadirin, Dr. Susilawati mendapat pendidikan yang menjurus kepada pengurusan tanah dan teknologi baja dari Universiti Putra Malaysia. Beliau mempunyai kepakaran di dalam bidang baja organik dan baja organomineral, biostimulan dan perangsang pokok, pembaik pulih tanah dan juga media tanaman. Beliau mempunyai pengalaman selama 18 tahun di dalam bidang pengajaran dan 10 tahun di dalam bidang penyelidikan dan pembangunan komuniti. Selain itu, beliau juga turut terlibat secara aktif di dalam beberapa projek konsultasi bersama beberapa syarikat seperti HPO Enterprise, Haji Mat Jantan Sdn Berhad Imperia Asia di Kairan Farm dan juga Kedah Venture Malaysia Sdn Berhad. Untuk tidak membuang masa lagi, saya mempersilakan Dr. Susilawati untuk membincangkan topik kita pada pagi ini, iaitu biostimulan, keperluan pertanian jimat dan produk pertanian berkualiti, bagaimana anda mampu menggunakannya. Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih kepada Puan Atirah yang sudi memperkenalkan saya pada hari ini. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for joining us today, even though it is during fasting month. Alhamdulillah, I think we are able to organize this simple webinar to share our information with all of you. So before we start, I would like to also convey my gratitude to Faculty of Agriculture for giving me this opportunity to share about our findings and also about our progress in terms of producing biostimulants. So untuk hari ini, untuk perkongsian pada hari ini, tajuknya adalah dalam bahasa Melayu, iaitu berkenaan dengan biostimulan, keperluan pertanian jimat dan produk pertanian berkualiti. Dan hari ini kita akan fokus bagaimana kita semua boleh gunakan produk ni. Untuk makluman semua, saya dari Jabatan Pengurusan Tanah dan alhamdulillah kita di UPM ni terlibat secara aktif lah dalam pertanian. So untuk permulaannya, saya nak highlight berkenaan dengan kenapa kita perlu gunakan biostimulants. I need to request your permission. Maybe during the sharing session, I will use 2 languages, PM and also English, because I know that maybe some of you are not familiar with, PM, then some of you might, also easier for you to understand in Malay. So I will use both for us to do the sharing today. So I hope you don't mind to kita bertukar-tukar dan sebagainya. So a big why for us to have these biostimulants is due to certain issues, especially related to soil. Seperti mana kita tahu bahawa tanah-tanah pertanian saiznya makin mengecil. Okay, so disebabkan itu kita perlukan satu bahan yang lebih dinamik untuk menyokong pertanian kita. So because of this, as we know also the soil quality is also reduced in terms of fertility, kesuburan tanah, in terms of its ability to support the plant growth, okay, in supporting the microbial biomass and so on is reduced significantly in certain area. So there is a need for us to come up with a new approach for us to what we call it enhance crop production, as we know that the world population is increased day by day. So I think there will be a need for us to do what we call it significant intervention in terms of producing crops, producing food for our generation. Then beside that also there will be also soil contamination, pencemaran tanah is occur in most of the area also, especially it's near to the industrial area. So then this will cause a lot of consequences, especially in terms of crop production. So there will be also limited resources is available surrounding us. It's about 11% for the globe land surface that can be used for crop production. Hanya kawasan tanah yang terhad saja yang kita ada untuk pengeluaran makanan. So this will give us a lot of what we call it stress in order for us to achieve our target, crop production target. So because of this, new materials need to be produced, then we must use, better materials to ensure that we are able to produce a good yield. Beside that, also there will be also climate change and also global warming is occur surrounding us. That also cause, you see that environmental pollution and also ecological stresses. So it will reduce the ability of the plant to grow well or to optimize their growth. So sebab itu kita perlukan new agriculture input that can able to overcome this problem. So I would like to share with you also the decrease of temperature. Okay, so this in 2020, you can see that there is the temperature is growing. Okay, the temperature is growing day by day. So then in 2020, this will be the temperature. So so that's why for today, we would like to share with you about the significant effects of using biostimulants in agriculture. As we know that, as I mentioned to just now, the global warming will cause a lot of stresses to the plant in terms of abiotic and also biostic stresses. So here you can see that ada tekanan ataupun yang diberikan oleh alam sekitar, persekitaran, terutamanya dari sejuk dan panas. Okay, then this will be also biostimulan yang kita boleh gunakan in terms of algae extract, protein, microbes, humic dan fulvic acid. Okay, kita akan discuss in detail dalam sharing hari ni lah. Okay, so in certain area also ada berlaku droughts, ada salinity and heavy metal contamination. That we also need us to come up with a better approach. So I would like to share with you, this will be the few microbes that is have a tolerance effect in terms of have a good effect in improving the or overcome the stress effect in the plants. Let's say for example ini dia tengok dekat drought tolerance, salt tolerance and so on. So kita dah ada apa kata option untuk membantu tanaman kita untuk hidup dengan lebih baik. So that's why today kita menjangkakan bahawa penggunaan biostimulan ini perlu diwar-warkan supaya lebih ramai orang dapat gunakan dengan lebih berkesan di ladang mereka. So beside of to overcome the stress, also there will be other functions of biostimulants. For example, it can promote the flowering and fruit set. Okay, then it can also promote nutrient use efficiency it can promote the plant growth, and also it also support the crop productivity. So this will be the very important things in crop production. So that's why hari ini we are sharing with you about the benefits of using biostimulants in agriculture, right? So in simple steps that we can share with you, right? So we can see that when we talk about biostimulants, indirectly it will improve plant nutrition, then it will be it also improve the soil processes and also plant physiology. So this will be, two processes that is needed to, produce maybe optimum crops in our environment. So basically, most of the people we ask, what is actually a biostimulant? So I would like to clarify here that biostimulant, it is not a fertilizer. Okay, biostimulant is not a fertilizer. Maybe some of you might hear this term today, right? So maybe some of you also already familiar with this, right? So it is not a fertilizer. So if it is not a fertilizer, why it is biostimulants, right? So biostimulants is a materials that can promote the plant growth when applied in low quantity. That's why today we are talking about the Pertanian Jimat. Okay. So bila kita cerita pasal pertanian jimat, kita nak menceritakan sesuatu yang lebih rendah kuantiti yang kita perlu gunakan di lapangan ataupun di kebun kita. Right? So biostimulants is one of the option yang kita ada untuk kita gunakan di lapangan kita. So as you know, as I put it here, that it is a material that can promote the plant growth, right? So there will be few ways that it can promote the growth, how it is promoting the growth. So we will discuss, maybe share with you a bit later on. But the small quantity that we want to focus on, right? So this is the thing that will be very important for us to focus, right? So when we talk about this, right? So it is, being defined by all the scientists that biostimulants is a substances, right, that can promote plant growth without being a nutrients or soil improver or pesticide. Okay, so it able to promote it change the mechanism in the plant and also in the soil without being a nutrients, soil improver or pesticide. Okay, so there will be two major categories of biostimulants that is available in the market nowadays. First, they put in the first category, they call it as non-microbial biostimulants, right? So then also microbial biostimulants. Okay, in certain category also they put as some is organic biostimulants or non-organic biostimulants. So it's depending on the area and so on. Okay, so but again, those who are focusing on microbials, okay, so we will also discuss these two categories, okay, in a simple manners, okay, because we have only 1 hour to discuss all of this. So, but again, I would like to mention here that if you need more info about all these biostimulants, okay, you can put a comment in the, this live webinar video so that we can, maybe share another information later on, right? So there will be a few biostimulants that is available in the market nowadays. It can be in the form of humic and fulvic acids. Okay, so here it can be formed in humic and fulvic acid. So generally, this humic and fulvic acid is extracted from the humic substances. Bahan-bahan yang telah mengalami proses pengkomposan yang matang secara optimum akan mengandungi humus, dan di dalam humus itu ada humic dan fulvic acid. Okay, so kedua-dua bahan ini adalah sangat penting untuk kita gunakan di dalam pertanian. Contoh yang ada adalah kompos. Saya rasa sekarang ramai orang terlibat dengan kompos. So dalam kompos tu ada humic dan fulvic acid, dan ianya adalah boleh dikategorikan sebagai salah satu biostimulan yang sangat penting dalam mempromosikan pertumbuhan tanaman. Kategori yang kedua adalah amino acid. Okay, so this will be the second category, and if you can get it these materials in the agriculture shop easily, right? So this amino acid will be very important also for you to use in agriculture, because it has a very good effect in terms of promoting the plant growth, right? Then the third one is a seaweed extract. So this is the most famous one, right? So because it is unique. Okay, seaweed extract is very unique. But for us in UPM, we are not yet started. But I think for our team, we are not yet started to conduct research related to seaweed extract, right? So, but I think they have a unique criteria for seaweed extract. I will share with you later on. And the fourth category is related to chitosan. So this chitosan also you can easily get from agriculture store easily. Just go there and ask. I think it is commercially available in the market. So this is also part of the biostimulants. Okay, then ada juga berkenaan dengan beneficial fungi, beneficial bacteria, and there will be one category we put here. It is inorganic compound. Generally we focus on inorganic salt. Okay, so apa bendanya kita akan bincang secara brief, secara ringkas kejap lagi. Okay, so bila kita cerita pasal humid and fulvic acid, okay, as I mentioned to you just now, it is a result from the decomposition process. So if you have maybe organic matter, so you can put all of the materials into one area, so let them be decomposed, and you are able to produce humus, and this humus will contain humid and fulvic acid. So, but again, I need to inform you that this humid and fulvic acid will have a different solubility levels, because they have the other materials, we call it as humin, right? So that humin will not be soluble in any materials or any solvent, but for humic acid, it's only dissolve in alkaline solution, but for fulvic acid, it can dissolve in any level of pH. So the level of the solubility is depending on the pH level. Okay, so so when you apply this material, so you must really focus on the this criteria, because we want to optimize the function. Okay, so then I put it here. If you want to use this material in your farm, okay, so the effect will be depending in few factors. Okay, first it is the sources of the humid substances that you use to like extract humid and fulvic acid. Okay, so what will be the sources? Okay, so you must identify it, because different type of sources will give you different type of humid and also fulvic acid. Okay, so the function will be different, the effectiveness will be different, right? Then the most important thing is the quantity will be different, right? Then the other thing is also is you must also rely on the also consider the environmental condition or environmental factors surrounding you, okay, where you apply your humid and fulvic acid treatment. Okay, so as I mentioned to you just now, if there is will be stress factor in the area, so then you must also consider and try to adjust the maybe the dosage and so on. Okay, then the receiving plants, what the plants that you use to being treated with all of humid and fulvic acid, apa tanaman yang kita nak berikan apa bahan humid dan fulvic acid ini, kita perlu what we call it identify, kenal pasti, supaya keberkesanan dan interaksi di antara tanaman dan juga bahan yang kita gunakan itu dapat berlaku dengan baik, dan ianya kesan yang lebih baik kita akan dapat berikan. Okay, our target is to use this biostimulant is to improve yield and to reduce cost. So this is our target. Okay, so the main target, right? So that's why the receiving plants, you must study your receiving plants. You must understand your plant. It is rice, so you must understand when you need to apply these substances, right? So when it is maize, when you need to apply these materials. Okay, then the fourth factor will be that affect the, this is due to dosage that you apply. Okay, so as I mentioned just now, when we talk about biostimulants, you must apply in small quantity. Okay, I understand that some of you maybe normally use a huge amount of fertilizer in your area. But for the case of biostimulants, the dosage will be very, very important for you to consider. Okay, try as much as possible to minimize the amount that you apply in the area. And the last one is related to the application methods. Okay, what do you use to apply your biostimulants in your area? Maybe you apply it through foliar methods. Okay, maybe you need to irrigate and so on. So these application methods will give you the whether your biostimulants can be effective or not, right? So because each biostimulants will be effective in certain application methods, maybe it will not be effective in other application methods. Okay, so pemberian biostimulan ini perlu diselarikan dengan bahan biostimulan yang ada. Okay, so sebab kita tahu bahawa tidak semua biostimulan itu akan bertindak dalam keadaan yang sama. Okay, ada bahan biostimulan yang kita boleh gunakan semasa melalui, mungkin kita boleh pakai guna folia, mungkin kita boleh pakai alirkan dia dalam fertigasi sistem, tapi ada setengah bahan biostimulan yang kita tidak boleh alirkan. So yang tu kita kena pilih dan secara teliti supaya kesan biostimulan itu akan dapat kita perolehi dengan lebih optimum. Right. So apa bagusnya humid and fulvic acid ni? So generally it will be effective, especially in improving soil fertility. If the area has a problem related to soil fertility, so you need to use this type of biostimulants. And also it can amelioration of the root nutrition. So it will improve, okay, the ability of the roots to take up the nutrients, and indirectly it will enhance the uptake of macro and micronutrients from the roots. And for the soil, the availability of phosphorus will be increased. Okay, so this will be the benefits of using humic and fulvic acids in your area. So jika kita mahukan ini adalah our problems in our area, so the use of humic and fulvic acid will be the most appropriate in our area. Okay, so you must identify what will be the problems of your area. So then you can choose the right, what we call it, types of biostimulants that can help you to reduce costs and also to improve the crop quality. Okay. Okay. So generally, if you want to produce the humic and fulvic acids, so I would like to share with you the simple steps that you can use. This one is related to if you have materials, let's say compost, you just need KOH, potassium hydroxide. Okay, then you will need to shake it in a orbital shaker. If you want to shake it in somewhere else, it's okay. Then normally in the lab, we put in centrifuge for 10,000 RPM. Then from this stage, we are able to produce humin, then a solution containing humic and fulvic acid, right? So if you want to stop here, then you want to utilize your materials, you can do that directly. Then if you want to focus on splitting humic and fulvic acid separately, you must put it, them in the high concentration acid, whether it is acid sulfuric, okay, sulfuric acid, or HCl, hydrochloric acid. Okay, so then you must bring the solution to pH 1, then you centrifuge again, then you are able to split between humic acid and fulvic acid. So it's up to you. So the steps to produce humic and fulvic acid will be very simple, just shaking, and then you will get the materials. Okay, this centrifuge is just for you to, separate between the solid part and also the liquid part, right? So they this all. Okay, So you are able to produce the humic and fulvic acid by yourself already. Okay. Then the second materials in what we call it biostimulants is protein hydrolysate. Okay, this protein hydrolysate is part of the amino acid materials. Okay, so generally it can be obtained from plant and animal based material. Okay, kalau kita tengok amino acid yang ada di pasaran, ianya mungkin boleh dihasilkan daripada bahan-bahan tanaman ataupun bahan-bahan yang daripada sisa haiwan. Okay, ianya ada kedua-duanya. Okay, protein ni biasa banyak mengandungi nitrogen dan ianya boleh banyak membantu tanaman. Okay, however, the quality of these materials will be based on the extraction procedure that is used. Okay, so kita nak extract protein hydrolysate, ia akan melibatkan few extraction procedure. So kita boleh choose mana extraction procedure yang kita nak dan benda tu akan memberikan kualiti yang berbeza. Okay, so if you have a chance to study on this, so you can also produce your protein hydrolysate. Okay, so I would like to highlight here that when you use this protein hydrolysate, it will be effective, especially in enhancing microbial biomass. Okay, you are able to promote the microbial biomass. Why microbial biomass is very important? Because we will enhance soil fertility. Okay, so if we don't enhance microbial biomass, there will be a possibility for us. Let's say the microbial activities in the area is very low. So meaning to say that the soil fertility is also low. So in order for you to enhance the soil fertility, you must also enhance the microbial biomass, right? So one of the materials that you can add in your soil is through addition of protein hydrolysate. Okay, so I would like to share with you because in our team we also do this study. So then we will share with you what will be the benefits of using protein hydrolysate, right? Then the second thing, the effectiveness of these materials, it can contribute to nutrients availability in soil. You know that the nutrient can be stored in the soil, but in order for you to enhance the availability, you must have certain materials to promote the availability of the nutrients in the soil. Okay, so you must have certain material. Then this material, one of it is protein hydrolysate. You can consider this. Okay, so you can put in your soil, then indirectly it will, enhance the nutrients availability in our soil. So indirectly you will promote the plant growth, and indirectly also you will get a better crops and better quality of your crop produce. Okay, so and indirectly from this application, you will enhance an uptake, and so for the overall effect, we can say that the use of protein hydrolysate will enhance or will promote the plant growth. So this is what we want. Okay, so the small amount that we apply in the area will promote the plant growth. Okay, so we are not relying only for the fertilizer. You know that the fertilizer price now is high. Harga baja sekarang agak tinggi, yang menyukarkan kita semua untuk menggunakannya secara ekstensif. So apa yang kita perlu buat adalah kita perlu mencari bahan-bahan yang lebih murah, yang lebih orang kata dinamik untuk membantu kita meningkatkan pertumbuhan pokok kita dengan menggunakan baja yang lebih minimum. Okay, so this will be one of the materials that you can consider if you want to promote the plant growth. Okay, so as I mentioned to you just now that the seaweed extract is very, very popular. Why it is popular? Because it can act on soil and also plants. I think all the biostimulants can act on soil and plants, but seaweed is very, very unique. Okay, so then if you have this extract, you can use either on soil, in hydroponic solution, or as foliar. So the uniqueness of seaweed extract, so because I have this material is very dynamic, so you can use in few methods. So pemberian baja secara dalam tanah boleh, dalam sistem fertigasi boleh, secara semburan pun boleh. So tak ada masalah. So dan benda ni seaweed extract ni kita boleh beli dekat kedai-kedai pertanian. So you can buy this material in the agriculture shop near to you. Okay. So what will be the benefits of using seaweed extract in your farm? It can contribute to water retention. As you know that we have a heat stress in certain area. So most of the time, I think the water will be lost easily from the area. So then if you have this material, so you can retain certain amount of water in the system, right? Then if you're able to fix and also exchange some cations in the soil, okay, dia boleh mengikat dan juga boleh menukarkan beberapa bahan penting, bahan makanan tanaman. Dan yang paling penting, the most important thing is it can promote the plant growth. Okay, then it also give a good effect in terms of promoting the seed germination, and here it can classify as it can provide you the anti-stress effect. So this will be a good things about seaweed extract. So if you have this problem in your farm, so you can consider of using seaweed extract, then it will be easy for you to overcome the problems. Okay, so then the uniqueness, okay, of the seaweed extracts, because it contain cytokinin, auxin, abscisic acid, gibberellin, and other classes of hormone-like compound. Okay, so all of this is classified as growth hormone. Okay, it's classified as growth hormone. So you are applying seaweed together with growth hormone. Can you imagine the effect to the plant growth? So this will be very, very special for the seaweed extract. So if you want to promote the plant growth in your farm, so you can consider also of using seaweed extract. Okay, so and the other thing is related to chitosan and also other materials related to the chitosan. So it can be produced from bipolymer chitin. Okay, then generally for the chitosan, I think you can get from the agriculture shop nearby. Okay, near to you, so you can buy easily. It is commercially produced nowadays. So what is the most important thing of using this chitosan is it can provide positive effect in terms of plant physiology. Okay, so generally application in agriculture, we focus on protection against fungal pathogen. Okay, so this chitosan is used in for the protection of against pathogen. Okay, and it also being used in controlling abiotic stresses in terms of drought, salinity, and cool stresses. Okay, so I would like to highlight here that maybe some of you already aware about this, but those who are not, have experience in certain area, you know that the application of chemical fertilizer will give you also problem related to the salinity. Okay, so if you apply more chemical fertilizer in your area, so there will be a possibilities for you to have a salinity problem. So that's why today our team, our faculty would like to share with you how can you overcome your problems, because you know that the application of chemical fertilizer alone will not be a single solution to your reduction in the growth. Okay, so there will be some other materials that need to be considered to promote the plant growth. Okay, so the other things about the biostimulant is related to the beneficial fungi and also bacteria. So I would like to give example here because it is very common. They focus on the PGPR, okay, then some other materials, microbe that can be used in agriculture. I think there is many studies has focused on this, okay. But today, what I want to highlight here is related to the use of mycorrhiza, for example. Okay, so for us, I think the sustainable agriculture is very important. So the use of beneficial fungi and bacteria as a biostimulant is needed. right? So if you are considering, let's say, for example, to produce crop in organic farming and so on. Okay. So for the special contribution related to the fungi and bacteria is related to water balance, and it can also control biotic and abiotic stresses, and at the same time it can promote the nutrient efficiency. So this will be the good things about using beneficial fungi and bacteria. Okay, then again, I think this inorganic compound that is available uh, in the market also. Okay, you see that if we talk about inorganic salt, there will be many salt. We have a sodium chloride. Okay, we have a potassium silicate. Okay, so it can be in the form of chlorides, phosphate, silicates, and carbonates. Okay, so this material is very useful for us to promote the plant growth. Okay, so what will be the major contribution of using inorganic compound in our field? So first, this is based on our target. We want to promote the plant growth. And for example, you have a silica material, you can strengthening the cell wall. Then you can have a less, pest attack in your farm. And at the same time, you can improve the quality of the plant produce. So this is what we want in our area. Okay. So then about the special criteria that is available for inorganic compound, it can be used as a fungicide. Why? Because uh, these materials able to influence the osmotic pH and also redox homeostasis, hormone signaling, and also enzyme activities in your system. So this will be one of the option if you have difficulties to control your, you know, uh, problems in the farm, so you can consider these materials. Okay, so in this sharing session, I would like to share with you about our current findings and also ongoing research that can benefit you, right? So at least you know this is proven in Malaysia, right? It's not only based on the literature and so on. So basically, in our lab, we are focusing to few biostimulant nowadays. We have a secondary metabolites. Okay, we have study related to secondary metabolites. We have study related to humic compound, and we have study also amino acid and also microbes. Okay, so so this will be the findings that is related to humic substances or humic acid. So as you can see here that you can see that this will be the things the maize that has been treated with humid substances. Okay, this the red one. So you can see that the dry weight is higher, meaning to say that the growth is better as compared to chemical. T1 is the chemical treatment. Okay, so you are applying the standard or the recommended rate kadar baja kimia yang disyorkan kita bagi pada pertumbuhan jagung, but without biostimulant, you can see that the growth is not good enough. So that's why you can get lower dry weight. But for here, you can see that you are applying with biostimulants, so you can see there will be higher growth. So then this is what we want in our farm. In terms of height also, it is showing a positive or significant effects. Okay. Then this will be the plants that we are talking just now. So this is the plant with chemical load. Then this will be the plant with all of the humic substances treatment. So it shows, so I can share with you that yes, the use of humic acid give a promising result in terms of improving the growth of the plant. So then in terms of diameter also, this will be part of the growth indicator. You can see that it is much better as compared to the chemical treatment, right? So you can see that our, treatment, okay, the use of biostimulants able to enhance the diameter of the plants or your crops, okay. Okay, so this is related to the roots. Okay, so this will be the chemical. You apply the chemical alone, then this will be, we are using biostimulants. So it shows better routine system as compared to the one with only chemicals. So that's why today I would like to share with you, you must also use the biostimulants in your maybe materials that need to be applied in your farm. Okay, it will give a good result. Okay, so this is related to production of rice. Kajian ni kita buat di Ranau Sabah. Saya rasa Cik Rajipin ada mengikuti kita sekarang ni. So you can see that the growth of the roots, okay, is much better with the biostimulants as compared to the one with chemicals. So it's much better. So with the use of biostimulants, you are able to produce, okay, about 7 to 10 tons per hectare of rice. Okay, so this will be very, very important for you to consider. Okay, so we are also able to promote the growth of certain organic products. Okay, this one we are focusing on Bario and also Sarawak Wangi. So we are able to enhance the growth of these local products. So kalau ada orang-orang yang kata mungkin ada local variety yang tak boleh kita rangsang dengan biostimulants. So kita dah buat kajian di Marakau, Kampung Marakau, Ranau Sabah, dan ianya telah memberikan kesan baik kepada pertumbuhan dua local variety ni. So I think you can try in your farm also. You'll be insyaAllah will provide give you a positive result. Okay, so this will be the findings related to reduction in chemical usage in the farm. So ini adalah cabbage farm dekat Kundasang, Sabah. Okay, so we are able to reduce about 60 to 80% of chemical fertilizer usage in the farm. But again, I think it's depending on the soil type, slope, and also management practices in the area. So this is the time for us to change our practices to a new SOP. Okay, so in terms of quality, you can see that the use of these materials able to enhance the quality. Okay, the chemical, if you use only chemical fertilizer, you only basically for based on our study, we are able only to produce 20% of A grade cabbage. But when you start applying your materials with the fertilizer together with biostimulants, you are increasing the A grade from 20 to 70%. So this will be a significant increase in our farm, right? So when you increase the quality, you are able to increase the profit. So this will be our target, right? So in terms of soil, you can see that as I mentioned to just now, the use of biostimulant also able to enhance the availability of certain nutrients. We also make a study on that. So then from here, kita boleh tengok bahawa ketersediaan fosforus, okay, ini macronutrients, bahan yang diperlukan dengan banyaknya oleh tanaman, bertambah di dalam tanah kita dengan pertambahan humic acid di dalam tanah. Okay, so I would like to promote again, do not only focus on the use of fertilizer alone, but you must also use biostimulants in the practices. Okay. So then for a conclusion for the use of humic and fulvic acid, I can put it here that the use of humic acid and fulvic acid able to enhance the growth and also the nutrient uptake in the able to enhance the plant growth and also the nutrient uptake. So you can use this material. You can buy from the shop. They call it as a potassium humate. You can buy and start using it. Okay. So then we also tested biostimulant for the vegetable growth. You know that the biostimulant will be effective in promoting yield of vegetables, quality of vegetables, right? Stress resistant, so on and so forth. Okay, so we are testing ourselves, sorry, in Faculty of Agriculture Farm. ladang 15. So this will be the plant with biostimulants. This will be the chemical fertilizer. So this trial has been conducted in a very clay soil, okay, the soil with containing more clay, right? So then you can see that the growth of the plant is better, okay, then this will be the yield, okay. So again, the use of biostimulants able to enhance the crop productivity as a whole, and it will increase yield, then also quality. So in terms of secondary metabolites, okay, you know that the secondary metabolites can be many things. It can be in flavonoid. Secondary metabolites ni kita boleh dapati daripada bahan-bahan, contoh dia daripada batang pisang boleh, okay. So kita boleh dapati benda-benda ni semua, okay. Dan dalam bahan-bahan ni dia akan ada satu material yang kita kenali sebagai secondary metabolites. Okay, it can be in the form of flavonoid, okay, phenolic compound, alkaloid, organic acid, organic nitrogen, and so on and so forth. So this material will be useful for us to promote the growth in terms of plant growth and also plant development. Okay, root elongation and so on. So there will be few materials that is available. So we have extracted these phytochemicals from banana stem. Okay, so this will be materials that we have. They're in the form of amino acid. So all of this can promote the plant growth, seed germination, root that can promote root elongation and so on. Okay, so this one is only available in the banana pseudostem. Okay, so then the other material that is available in banana pseudostem is also related to the carboxylic group. Okay, so it can act a biopesticide, plant growth regulator, plant growth anti-pathogenic, plant growth regulator. So all of this is available in the banana pseudostem. So when you extract the solution from banana pseudostem, you will directly get this material. So you can use directly. So this in the form of alkaloid. Again, it can promote the plant growth. So most of the materials in the biostimulants, we focus on the promoting the plant growth. So we are applying these materials in our study. So you see that this is the chemical treatment. Okay, so this is the biostimulant alone. So when we combine the use of biostimulant with chemical fertilizer, we are able to increase yield about 40%. This is proven in the UPM study. Okay, so we have proved this in UPM. Then I will share with you later on about our publication, so you can go in our publications that read and try to understand what is being done. Okay, but again, what we want to focus is to enhance the yield. Okay, so indirectly we enhance the we increase your profit. Okay, it's about 40%. Okay, so it's not only that, it also increase the quality. You know that this chemical fertilizer, this only biostimulants, but we will combine the use of biostimulant with chemical fertilizer, you are able to increase the total sugar content. Meaning to say that the sweet corn that is being produced in this area will have a better taste. Okay, so then you can see also here that the protein content is also increased. So this is the important thing of using biostimulants in the farm. Okay, it's not only that. You can see that the use of biostimulant, especially related to the phytochemicals, increase significantly the phenolic content, and also is able to increase the antioxidant materials. Okay, in the plants. So this will be two things that is needed if you want to increase the quality of your crop produce. Okay, so then from this study, we are able to conclude that the application of biostimulants by using secondary metabolites able to increase 13 to 39% yield. This is based on few treatments that we have. Then able to reduce 25 to 50% chemical fertilizer. Okay, so this is what we want to share with you, because this is the current material that is needed for all the farmers outside. Okay, so you must focus on this. Then the high nutrient uptake generally associated with the plant growth, where it can increase the protein content, amino acid, phenolic content, so on and so forth. So you are not only reduce the cost, you also increase the quality. So the target is for us able to what we call it, increase the profit, farm profit. Okay, so if you are able to reduce the cost, then increase yield, so you are able to increase the profit. Okay, so this is a brief what we call it study, preliminary study that has been conducted using Kasim. Kasim is very easy for you to grow. Okay, so I have a preliminary study related to Kasim. Okay, then this Kasim, that is very important herbs, that where it contains significant amount of medicinal properties. Okay, in terms of flavonoid, alkaloid, and so on. So then I already make one preliminary study related to these materials. Sorry for this typo error. It's actually the name for scientific name is polygonum, right? So this not S is M, polygonum minus. Okay, we already formulate this fertilizer, right? So you can see that the amount of nutrient that is available in extract is very high. So if you don't have your fertilizer to be applied in your house, you can use this extract. Then you can start spray to your plants. Okay, so for us, we have two materials that I study using powder form and also fresh extract. So you can see that even though the fresh extract is not so high the nutrients, but again the potassium is content is still significant. So if you want to promote the flowering of the plants, you can do that, right? Okay, so we already tested to focus on the use. We applied this material to promote the growth of mustard. You can see that the application rate, we have different application rate and also different percentage of the AB fertilizer that we use. So you see that the amount of 50% AB fertilizer and 75% AB fertilizer did not show any significant difference in terms of fresh weight. So meaning to say that the use of biostimulants able to provide a similar result, okay, even though they don't have enough fertilizer in the system. Okay, so this will be the conclusion that we have used only, if you want to use 50%, okay, 50 to 70%, 70. You can use also 50 to 75% of AB fertilizer. Then together with the daily application of the Kasim extract, you can do the extraction by yourself using normal blender. Okay, then start to filter it, then try to make a dilution, then you can spray. Okay, so then from this study, we can use either Kasim extract base or other Kasim powder base. But for Kasim powder base, it's a bit expensive. But you can use the Kasim extract in your house. So it's also the similar result we get for, total number of leaf for the mustard. So 50% of AB fertilizer and 75% give a similar amount of leaf. So then you can use also the 50 to 75%. It's depending on the what you want. Okay, so you can similar what we call it conclusion can be given here. Then we have also a study related to protein hydrolysis. So this study has been conducted by one of my PhD student, Mr. Raguraj. Okay, so he tested this chicken feeder, okay, protein hydrolysis on the tea plant growth. You can see that the use is only about 0.2%. So it's very minimum. So when we talk about biostimulants, small quantity, okay, not so much. So the use of minimum quantity of biostimulants able to promote the growth of the plants. So it shows here, right? So then you can see that the leaf nutrient content, okay, in tea, you can see that the use of 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 showed better result, okay, or higher result in terms of nitrogen and also phosphorus. Okay, so that's why we are sharing with you that the use of amino acid will give a significant result in terms of promoting growth and also enhancing the nutrient uptake. Okay, so this will be few of our publication. If you are interested to get more information, okay, this from my student, Sharif Islam. Okay, so I think we published this article in 2021. So this study has been published, accepted in 29 March 2022, right? So it is related to biostimulants. Okay, then this also another what we call it paper from my student Sharif Islam and also Sri Handra Guraj. So there will be some other papers is in the still we are preparing the manuscript and translating it. Okay, so this will be my dedicated research team I have for my PhD student. This will be Sharif Islam. He's waiting, already submit his thesis. Now waiting for Viva, inshallah. For Sri Handra Guraj at the final year now. No preparing his thesis and looking forward to submit very soon. And we have also Halimatu Saadia. Okay, also focus on the biostimulants, and we focus on the growth of agar wood. She also at the final year now, and I have a young candidate with me from China, which is Mr. Han Minzhao. We focus on the phytochemical effects on the plant growth. He just registered and at the first year. So I have been with me now is all the dedicated research person who are conducting their master studies, which is Tan Sidi already graduated. So she also focused on the production of organomineral from grey water. And for the Natra Azira, focus on the formulating new growth media. Dashini is formulating a new fertilizer using biostimulant products. We focus on the microbes. And the other student is Fairos and Sofir Janatu is focusing on transforming waste into valuable products. Okay, so again, I would like to, before I end this session, this sharing session, I would like to highlight here that the demand for organic or bio-based fertilizer is now increased significantly. So then I would like to promote here again, the use of biostimulants might serve as a good intervention in helping farmers to produce safe and healthy agriculture products, and at the same time they are able to produce or enhance or increase the income. So with that, inshallah, with support from all, and with the little sharing, we hope that we are able to promote the healthy soil, then we are able to produce high quality food, and hopefully all of us we have a healthy life. So thank you very much. Terima kasih banyak-banyak atas perhatian semua. Ini saja 1 jam yang kita ada. InsyaAllah pada semua mungkin boleh bagi komen pada live video yang kita buat untuk kita apa lagi scope yang kita boleh fokus. You can give us all the comments related to the scope that you want to focus in the future. Maybe you need more information related to certain things. You can give us all the comments after you're watching this video. So I hope that it can help you in understanding about biostimulants for today's session. So that's all, Madam Atira.
Okey, terima kasih Dr. Susilawati. Begitu banyak ya perkongsian yang diberikan oleh Dr. Susila. Jadi sekarang kita akan tengok persoalan yang diajukan oleh setiap peserta di Facebook. Okay. Soalan dari Prof. Syamsuddin Yusof. Biostimulant is divided into two, with or without microbes. If it doesn't contain microbes, can we call it biostimulant?
Oh, thank you, Prof. Shem. So basically, I think as I mentioned just now that for the biostimulants, is generally is considered as biological based material. It can be in the form of chitosan, amino acid, and so on. So the materials for the microbe is one of the biostimulant, one type of the biostimulants. So if maybe they can put the microbes in it. So if they don't want to include it, no problem. So that will be the difference. Okay, it's actually a biological based material.
Seterusnya soalan dari Dr. Christopher. What are some practical ways home gardeners can create their own biostimulants and any disadvantages on this DIY route?
Okay, so towards the end of my presentation, I already mentioned about producing biostimulants using Kasim, okay, herbs, okay. So they can use normal blender, okay, put any amount of water in it and start producing it, and they can spray for their plants. So for any disadvantages from this route is generally if you produce these biostimulants, you cannot keep for so long. If you want to keep it in a very long period, you must put in the fridge, so that will be better, right? So for not to to make things to destroy the materials. Okay.
Soalan seterusnya dari Encik Hilmi Ibrahim. Apakah semua bahan organik boleh diekstrak untuk menghasilkan humic acid? Apakah kriteria digunakan untuk pemilihan bahan organik tersebut?
Bahan organik yang ada humus saja. Macam raw materials yang tak ada humus ni, stable carbon ni, dia susah untuk kita extract humic acid. Sebab humic acid ni hanya dihasilkan oleh bahan-bahan yang telah mengalami proses pengkomposan secara optimum. Jadi kalau pengkomposan itu tidak optimum, berkemungkinan humus itu tidak terbentuk dan kandungan humic acid itu akan menjadi minimum. Okay, so itu adalah kriteria penting lah untuk pemilihan bahan organik untuk menghasilkan humic acid. So sebab tu saya sarankan untuk semua kita kalau nak gunakan humic acid, perlu ambil bahan organik tu dulu, buat proses pengkomposan yang betul. Saya mention sekali lagi, pengkomposan yang betul. Sebab ada orang buat proses pengkomposan yang tidak betul. Okay, so ini akan menjejaskan kualiti humic acid yang kita akan hasilkan. Okay.
Okey, seterusnya dari Dr. Arina Syukur. Can biostimulants increase shelf life and the total soluble sugars concentration in sweet corn?
For the shelf life so far, I think for the corn, I think we are able to extend the sweetness of the sweet corn. But for the how long it is, we don't have any idea, because we don't do any detailed study related to the shelf life and also the concentration of total soluble sugar in sweet corn after we are putting in certain period of time. So inshallah, I think with a recommendation from Dr. Arina, we focus on this, and hopefully that we are able to come up with what we call it, some data, so that it can be more promising for us to talk about it. Okay.
Dari Mr. Wang. What will be the expected cost of producing plant extract-based biostimulants compared to microbial-based biostimulants?
For the biostimulants, as I mentioned to you just now, that either it's using the plant extract or microbial based, I think that the cost is not much different, right? I think with less than 10,000 or 5,000, you can start producing biostimulants. But again, I think if you want to make it as an industrial scale, right? So you must focus on how to stabilize the materials. I think that will give you more cost. But to produce it, I think that will be not give you much, not cost you much. But if you want to focus to stabilize the material, to commercialize it, to sell it, I think there will be more costs that need to be added in it. Okay.
Okey, soalan yang terakhir dari Prof. Kanif. I have read somewhere the MSG monosodium glutamate can be used as biostimulant. Is it true?
Thank you, Prof. But for me, I think so far we don't have any supporting data related to the use of monosodium glutamate in hand now. But I can hear also that they have been used this quite sometimes in the field. But again, I think we need to clarify it in the field first, right? So then we are able to, share with you about the current findings related to the use of monosodium glutamate. But I think there will be a possibilities to use it because they have a monosodium. So as I mentioned, maybe it is in organic form of the biostimulants. Okay. Yeah.
Doktor nak soalan terakhir sekali boleh tak? Ada lagi satu soalan. Boleh ke?
Ya, boleh. Sila.
Dari Michael, how stimulant is used in rubber tree? Is it directly fertilized to the root or trunk?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Michael, for a question. Yes, I think for biostimulants, I think we have conducted trials for the rubber tree. Generally, for rubber tree, we need to spray in the trunk, okay, to stimulate the activities of the cell so that they are able to grow better, right? So that is what we did in for our team. So we are applying the biostimulants in the trunk. But if you want to apply onto the soil, so there will be no problem also. Okay, but again, it's depending on the cost that you have. But for you to apply for us for our team, we prefer to apply for the trunk because it is easier for us. Then so far we can see that the effect will be better. Yeah. Okay.
Okey, itu saja soalan yang ada setakat ni, Doktor.
Yeah.
Jadi kita boleh akhiri kita punya webinar hari ini.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah ya, sudah selesai semua webinar kita pada hari ini dan saya mewakili pihak majlis mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir dan memohon maaf sekiranya terdapat sebarang kekilafan sepanjang kita bersiaran. Okey, selamat berjumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.